Have shirts in here galore.
Most of what Holly Smith wears celebrates Taylor Swift.
Reputation Stadium tour. I bought this at the tour and I screamed.
For Holly, Taylor Swift is much more than a singer.
I'm disabled, and so I was kind of teased mercilessly for it. I have all these memories coming back, and the only thing that's able to calm me down is Breathe by Taylor Swift.
Holly tried to buy 2 tickets to Swift's upcoming The Eras Tour during a pre-sale this past November. That's when Ticketmaster sent verified fans like her special invite codes offering early access to tickets. Holly waited on the overloaded site for hours.
My heart was racing all the time. I was like, am I going to get tickets?
She knew she was in line along with millions of other Swifties, as they're called. But what she didn't know was that an onslaught of so-called computer bots was rapidly vacuuming up the tickets to resell them in secondary markets, typically at highly inflated prices. Thousands of Swift fans were left empty-handed and outraged. Bots are a problem happening just about everywhere you find live sporting events and concerts. Few places know that better than Music City.
Plenty of concerts, plenty of venues in a place like Nashville and in cities across the country, but not always plenty of tickets. Bots still scooping up so many tickets despite a decades-long fight to eradicate them.
The Taylor Swift ticket fiasco came as little surprise to the people we met here, including Meredith DeMena, director of programming at Analog, a small performance space in the Hutton Hotel.
Definitely the Taylor Swift thing was just an extreme example, but it's extremely pervasive.
It wasn't supposed to still be pervasive in Nashville, Music City. Tennessee has had an anti-bot law on the books since 2008. But Tennessee Attorney General Jonathan Scripps tells us it's yet to solve the problem.
Do you know how many prosecutions Tennessee has brought against scalpers for using bots?
I don't. I'm not aware of any yet, but it's certainly something we're interested in.
In our investigation, we didn't find any case of the law being used in Tennessee. Prosecutions against bot makers have been rare in other states, too. Why? A 2021 investigative report from the State Senate in New York, home of Broadway, offers some insight. Policing bot activity, the report concludes, does not seem to be a pressing priority or is difficult to accomplish, and the widespread usage of bots still remains largely unaddressed by law enforcement agencies. That's even though bot makers aren't really hiding. We discovered 11 responses to this old solicitation online seeking bids for someone who can create a bot for Ticketmaster. Not all computer bots are illegal, but reselling tickets obtained by bots that bypass purchase limits is against the law. We learned that many of the people behind this illegal practice are overseas, a challenge for pursuing prosecutions.
Part of it is it's really resource intensive. There are ways of setting up various proxies that make it very difficult to find out who's doing the bot attacks.
It's so difficult, Scripps says, that prosecutors have focused on crimes that are easier to investigate. He's now launched a probe into whether a lack of competition in the live ticket event industry or some other hidden incentive is encouraging Ticketmaster to allow bots.
What we look for is situations where we can make a difference and where there's a problem that presents itself that we can use our tools to solve. And so this is one that's gotten away for a while.
It's gotten away from Washington, too.
Without objection, the bill is read a third time and passed.
The so-called BOTS Act became federal law in 2016. It gave new enforcement power to state attorneys general and the Federal Trade Commission. The FTC tells us in the 6 years since the BOTS Act became law, the agency has announced just one enforcement case. 3 scalpers in New York busted in 2021 for using automated software to illegally buy tickets to Elton John and other popular events. When asked about the lack of bot cases, an FTC spokesperson said the agency does not comment on investigatory decisions, but we have taken down many illegal actors engaged in online commerce. But bot developers have long shown themselves able to outsmart new security features, according to Stephen Glicken, founder of the online ticket-selling platform Project Admission.
It's whack-a-mole, right? As a new defense gets put up, people find a way around it. And we've yet to kind of find a ubiquitous solution.
Do you think a company like Ticketmaster could be doing more? Or do you think that they're doing all they can, but at the end of the day, scalpers are always one step ahead?
I'm not in the building, but in my experience, scalpers always find a way.
see what they're going for now.
For Holly Smith, her solution was to wait on Ticketmaster's site a grueling 7 hours. Then all of a sudden, one ticket to see Taylor Swift popped up. She didn't look at the price. It'll cost this college student over $900.
That's almost a month's rent. I've had to really rebudget a lot of things. And
Because of this ticket?
yeah. And I've had people look at me and they're like, Holly, like, just sell the ticket. I'm like, you don't understand. Like, that is how much Taylor Swift means to me.
Smith is now part of a lawsuit filed by Swift fans against Live Nation. It accuses Ticketmaster of allowing scalpers and bots access to the Taylor Swift tickets presale. Neither Ticketmaster nor Live Nation has responded to our questions about efforts to fight bots.
I want Ticketmaster to think about people like me next time. For people like me who just want to see Taylor Swift. It hurts.
A painful problem hurting millions of fans like Holly, feeling the high cost of a ticket bot.
Patrick Terpstra is with us tonight to break this down further. Patrick, I'm glad you're here because I've been seeing you around the office for like a month on this and asking you when's it coming out.
Right.
We wanted to know what happened, what can we do, so you're here. Why doesn't someone like Taylor Swift, and if anyone can do it, it's her, just say, you know what? I'm not using you, Ticketmaster. I'm going to sell tickets on my website, my Instagram, whatever, to avoid the bots.
Well, what we learned is that it is extremely difficult for an artist to say no thanks to a company like Ticketmaster, and here's why. You might get a ticket and think, okay, this is my entry into a venue, but it is so much more than that. For an artist, they're also looking at a company like Ticketmaster to do promotion, to do advertising, social media, to figure out state and local taxes, and to figure out how much a venue is going to get. Even tiny venues told us that it is just not practical for them to do ticketing themselves because so much goes into the mix. Those fees that we don't like to pay that are so annoying are actually so important because they're doing a lot of those things that artists and venues cannot do alone. Chance.
I see. So there's no easy alternative then? Because I'm thinking calling on the phone, that was awful. I remember standing in line at the Jones store to get my Amy Grant tickets from Ticketmaster. Not fun to do. Online is a big old fat issue. So is there another option? I mean, is anything out there?
Yeah, you know, a lot of people are talking about this. Could there be like an Uber of ticketing? Could there be something that disrupts the industry? And if anybody can do it, if anybody can drive that disruption, why not Taylor Swift? So that's something that people are going to be looking at. But some of the people that work in this space say already people are forgetting that this happened. And it is so convenient just to fall back on old ways, to fall back on the giants and on the Ticketmasters. But it is something that people are talking about, truly, finally disrupting this industry that has been affected by bots for decades.
Scripps News national investigative correspondent Patrick Terpstra, thank you.